Assalamualaikum, my name is Hani binti Mustafa Kamal and my magic number is 14DEM20F1900.
Assalamualaikum. My name is SITI NURSYAHIRA binti MOHD FAIZUL. My matrix number is 14DEM19F1800. Okay, today my group will present about the case study title. That is Stadium Sultan Mizan Zainal Abidin roof collapse. Stadium Sultan Mizan Zainal Abidin is a football stadium in Kuala Nerus District, Terengganu, Malaysia. This stadium holds 50,000 people and is named after the reigning Terengganu ruler Sultan Mizan Zainal Abidin. The stadium built at 27 March 2005, 18 years ago, opened at 10 May 2008, 15 years ago. The construction cost 270 million ringgit Malaysia. Okay, the first collapse happened on 2 June 2009. A major part of the roof construction collapsed under normal weather conditions, including the sections above the royal box. The major cause for the collapse of the roof was identified to be the design fault and inappropriate materials. On 19 December 2011, the stadium have been repaired early 2012 with alternations to its roof design, molding it to be similar with that of the Bukit Jalil National Stadium. The second collapse happened on 20 February 2013. The stadium's roof collapsed again while undergoing reconstruction work, which commenced in late 2013. 137 meters collapsed when working construction workers heard loud noise followed by the collapse of the steel pillars. The collapse caused injuries to 5 workers, with 3 of the suffering serious injuries. Okay, part 1. Engineering, Management and Society. Okay, classified by laws and standards in engineering practice. Okay, first, engineering ethics. Engineering ethics is the field of the system of moral principles that apply to the practice of engineering. The field examines and sets the obligations by engineers to society, to the clients, and to the professions. Number 2, product liability is the area of law in which manufacturers, distributors, suppliers, retailers, and others who make products available to the public are held responsible for the injuries those products cause. Number 3, safety legislation, standard codes and regulation, which includes train safety, plant safety, risk management, the electrical code, and food safety. And the last one is tort law. Tort law is a civil wrong that causes a claimant to suffer loss or harm, resulting in legal liability for the person who commits a tortious act. Okay, number 2, determine legal and regulatory obligations for public safety, workplace safety, and protection of the environment. Okay, first, legal requirement means any treaty, convention, statute, law, regulation, ordinance, license, permit, governmental approval, injunction, judgment, order, consent, decree, or other requirement of any governmental authority, whether federal, state, or local. The main provision of this regulation required employers to provide adequate lighting, heating, ventilation, and workspace. Staff facilities, including toilets, washing facilities, and refreshment and safe passageways to prevent sleeping and tripping hazard. Okay, the purpose of Act 514 are 1. To secure the safety, health and welfare of persons at work against hazards and risks arising out of the activities of persons at work. Number 2. To protect persons at a place of work other than persons at work against risks arising out of the activities of persons at work. Number 3. To promote an occupational environment for persons at work which is adapted to their physiological and psychological needs. And number 4, to provide the means whereby the associate occupational safety and health legislation may be progressively replaced by a system of regulations and approved industry codes of practice operating in combination with the provisions of this act designed to maintain or improve the standard of safety and health. Okay, C. Correlate duties of profession, employers, and society. 1. Hold paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public. 2. Perform service only in areas of their competence. 3. Issue public statements only in objective and truthful manner. Number 4. Act for each employer or client as faithful agents or trustees. Okay, declassify professional obligation and duties. Obligation can be defined as something that is imposed on an individual due to some frameworks such as laws, rules and regulations, and even agreement. Duty comes from the sense of morality which guides the individual to perform a particular task or activity. An employer's professional obligation comprise both scheduled and non-scheduled activities. It is a part of the professional responsibility of employer to carry out their duties in appropriate manner and place. For example, where instructional activities, office hours, student advising, and certain other duties and responsibilities may be required to be performed at a specific time and place. Other non-scheduled activities are more appropriate performed in a manner and place determined by the employer in with
Part 2. Professional bodies in engineering. Classification professional conduct. Professional conduct is the field of regulation of member of professional bodies, either acting under statutory or constitutional power. Historical professional conduct was wholly undertaken by the private professional bodies, the sole legal authority for which was of a contractual nature. Identify the Code of Professional Conduct for related engineering field in Malaysia, BEM. First, Code 1.0. A registered engineering shall all the time hold paramount the safety, health and welfare for the public. Code 0.3. A registered engineering shall issue public statement only in an object and truthful manner. Code 4.0. A registered engineering shall act for each employer or a client as faithful agent or trusted. Part 3. Sustainable and Green Engineering. Illustrate model of sustainable development. Green engineering is the design, commercialization, and use a process of product in a way that reduces pollution, promotes sustainable and minimize risk to human health and environment without sacrificing economic viability and efficiency. Structure Malaysia Green Technology Master Plan has 5. First, energy. The government has been put effort to ensure the long-term sustainable of the energy sector through resource diversification, continuous investment in new infrastructure, and state-of-the-art technology development. Second, manufacturing. Number of manufacturing in green manufacturing. Transformation via utilization of green energy, developing and production of green product and development of green process is in manufacturing activity. Third, transport. Energy efficient vehicle for private transport. Percentage of energy efficient vehicle out of total private vehicle. Fourth, building. Number of certified green building certified from GBI, BHJKR, and Greenery only. Last, waste. Increase of recycle rate. Percentage of manipulated solid waste MSW. Recycle rate capture. Waste to energy plant WIE. WIE plant required is waste treatment and management. Discover intention and innovation toward sustainable and green technology related to the case. Green invention or eco-innovation can be defined as a process that contributes to the creation of a new product and technology with the aim of reducing environmental risks like pollution and negative consequences of resource exploitation. Green invention, on the other side, are those technologies that are environmentally friendly or that benefit the environment. Self-classified building. Self-classified building are those constructs that are able to function by themselves by generating energy without the need of external contribute. Determine the need for sustainable and green engineering toward providing the solution in related case. Many of the challenges facing humankind, such as climate change, water scarcity, inequality, and hunger, can be only resolved at a global level and by promoting sustainable development and commit to social progress, environmental balance, and economic growth. As a part of a new Sustainable Development Roadmap, the United Union approved 2030 Agenda, which contains the Sustainable Development Goals and a call to action to protect the planet and generate and guarantee the global well-being for people. This common goal required the active involvement or individual business, administration, and country around the world. EPA Green Engineering Program encourage public and private sector to incorporate risk-based approach and method into the design of chemical process and product by additional material of academia. Integrate computer-based tool, green engineering training module for academia, curriculum or industry training. Illustrate the select issue or engineering problem for sustainable method and implementation of the integrated management concept of resources and related ecosystem. First, involve public participation. The facility managed should enroll to have participation from the public as one of the mitigation plan of problem solutions. Public participation could appear in different stages depending on the project requirement and issue involved. In any development, the technique and approach different for each project. However, most of the problems appear to be the similar scope and factors. Second, emphasize environment protection program as a reactive solution. Preliminary assessment is the stage of the environmental produce that is normally initiated of the pre-feasibility study stage of the development of an activity. Facility managers must adopt environmental protection programs in order to achieve sustainable development. At the end of this study case Engineering Society, we have studied and understood about the title that we chose. This is Stadium Sultan Zainal Abidin roof collapse. In this case, we can find out the background of the stadium and all the incident and happened in the stadium through the internet. Moreover, it is not only known background that there are many things that can be known. Among them is the worker, workplace and environmental safety and health awareness and compliance with relevant stationery and legal requirements at working are the IOW code of professional conduct that need to be obeyed related to the select case or issue that creative and innovative skill in solving related to engineering change or issue.